Here are my complete thoughts on the WWE sale and Vince McMahon's involvement. The day after WrestleMania 39 took place, one of the biggest announcements in pro wrestling took place. The WWE was finally sold, and the buyer is the company known as Endeavor, which also owns the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Since the announcement, so much buzz has been going around on the internet, most notably surrounding the involvement of Vince McMahon, who returned to his position as chairman of the board this past January. Now, I want to begin by saying that a lot of the overreactions on Twitter, specifically the Fire Vince McMahon hashtag, along with the endless panic attacks from people who want fans to hijack the shows as a result of this, have caused me to leave the platform, returning only to post channel and life updates. Because, let's face it, seeing people suffer anxiety attacks over Vince has gotten older than his booking, since this does nothing for change. Any real change would be for fans to stop watching the product, stop talking about it, and stop purchasing tickets to the shows. Then someone would listen. But anyways, I just wanted to get that out of the way. On to my thoughts about this sale. When word first went out about a WWE sale in January this year, I was intrigued and slightly confused. There were many candidates looking to purchase WWE, including Saudi Arabia, the Walt Disney Company, Fox, NBC Universal, etc. Of course, when Saudi Arabia was mentioned, everyone forgot about everything else and instantly went into panic mode, which I could understand that part. I was in my hotel in Los Angeles after attending WrestleMania when I got the news of the sale and that Endeavor was the one who purchased WWE. And honestly, I like this. The idea of both UFC and WWE under the same roof is a massive success for business in the world of combat sports, and it opens up bold new possibilities for how the WWE product could turn out moving forward, maybe even in ways that we've never expected before. Are there negatives to this? Of course there are. For one thing, we don't know how the new owner of WWE will want the product to operate. And of course, Vince McMahon himself said that he would be once again involved in the creative process, with Triple H still being the higher up in charge of the execution. I'll say it here, I absolutely do not like the idea of Vince McMahon having any sort of contact with the creative process of WWE. And I hope this doesn't last long, and the new owners will eventually see that Triple H should be the one in complete control, especially since they now have the power to throw Vince out if he's not generating enough interest in the product, keep note of that. But unlike the frightened fanbase overdosing on breathing inhalers over on Twitter, I'm not going to lose sleep over this and will continue to think optimistically. Hell, that's my motto, I ain't giving that up over who's booking a wrestling show. Bottom line is, I like the idea of a merger with UFC and potential changes of a new era with this Endeavor purchase, and I'm glad WWE was purchased by a company that actually has an idea of how professional wrestling is supposed to run. I don't like that Vince McMahon is involved again, but to me there are more positives with this purchase than there are negatives. You just don't hear much about the positives because it's everybody panicking about Vince and forgetting everything else. Do you agree with this? What is your thoughts on Endeavor purchasing WWE? And do you believe this could make for fantastic business going forward? Don't forget to subscribe for more content, click the join button to become a channel member, and give me your input on what other types of content you'd like to see.